try that again. Came to Aldred's Abbey in search of a new life. Said I found a horde of rather agitated old men. Doubt I'll be able to change Vacation at this rate. I've always wanted to become a sage. That's why I came here to the Abbey. Did not expect to have to wait so long once I arrived. You've arrived at Aldred's Abbey. This holy place served as a beacon in people's lives since ancient times. We're struggling a bit at the moment, though. The High Priest will fill you in on the details, I'm sure. Welcome to Aldred's Abbey, my child. The Abbey's a place of peace to think back on life's road and to plot the journey ahead. Do you wish to change paths? But I'm forgetting myself. It's unfortunately not currently possible to change vocations regardless of your desire. As perhaps noted, we're currently dealing with a rather unique situation. Elderly gentlemen from every corner of the world have gathered here in the hope of becoming bunny girls. Told them repeatedly that it's impossible, but none of them will listen. Dealing with them is taking up all our resources. I fear we may have to shut our doors if they can't be convinced to leave. Boy, perhaps you might be able to help? One of my predecessors once mentioned a book that claimed to provide guidance for those wishing to become lovely young ladies. You think you could find it and bring it to me? There's the faintest chance that it might contain a clue as to how I might give these gentlemen what they so fervently desire. Seek it out? Wonderful. You'll be doing the Abbey a great service, my child. Yes, the book's location. All my predecessors said it was a guide that was kept in a place where one might expect to find fashion advice. Somewhere where lots of young ladies gather. Beyond that, I'm unsure what this place might be, but if you find somewhere that fits the bill, take a look on the bookshelves, and I'm sure you'll find what you seek eventually. Appreciate that all the information's a little on the vague side, but I'm afraid that's all I have. Still, you seem a resourceful fellow. I'm sure you'll be back with the book before I know it. I've been going ape trying to decide what vacation to try out, but I think I finally decided I'm gonna be a lovely young lady. What are you doing monkeying around here? What's that? The Briscoletti apes sent you after me? Struggling with that curse I placed on them, are they? Ha, well, I don't give a monkeys. They should be trying to seal away for centuries like I was. Now I'm finally out, I'm gonna go bananas. I have to make the most of every moment, and no one's gonna stop me. Sure you want to get in my way? You betcha. Well, if it's how you want it, then it's how you get it. Time for some guerrilla warfare. I'm like so much monkey. Not enough time. Good job, Eric. All these years of waiting, and I finally got let out only to let Gibbon in the hiding of a lifetime. So much for enjoying my freedom. Ugh. The monster then placed the curse on the Briscoletti household's been defeated. Head back to Mr. Briscoletti to share the good news. Alright, back to Mr. Biscotti's house. Fine work, glad you beat the beast before I even had the chance to join you. Now you can proceed with the final preparations for tomorrow's wedding. Thank you, Astarion. The wedding we're preparing is no ordinary one. It's not every day that the Zenithian shield finds itself with a new owner after all. I'd be delighted if you could join us, of course, but I know you have your own adventure to be getting on with. Good luck, lad. Ah, there you are, lad. I actually have another favor to ask of you if you don't mind. As you know, the man is to be married will be returning soon, and he hasn't actually proposed to his bride-to-be yet. I'd hate for this important moment to go wrong, so I'd like to give everything I can to make sure we're properly prepared. Such I was hoping to hold a little rehearsal, and I was wondering if you and your friends would be willing to help. You would? Thank you. I know I can count on you. You'll play the part of the groom. Simply approach one of your friends and make your proposal. That's all there is to it. I'll reward you for your trouble, of course. Now, shall we get started? Astarion, the floor is yours. Go ahead and select your blushing bride-to-be. You know, just because Hendrik got the ending for content. Why are you looking at me like that, darling? Wait, are you saying you want me to be the blushing bride? Oh, goody, I was hoping you'd pick me, but I didn't think it would actually happen. Or I get too carried away, I better check, because heaven knows I've been burned before. You actually do mean it, don't you? Fabulous, it's going to be the performance of a lifetime. I'll have my entire congregation in tears, just you wait and see. Yeah. We're gonna be so happy together. We'll have happiness to spare, happiness to spare with all the world. Oh, honey, of course I know it's a rehearsal, but every performer knows the secret to a successful practice run is to treat it like it's the real thing. Let's get out there and give these people a show to remember. Handkerchiefs are at the ready, everybody. And it's settled. I admire a man who has the courage to be decisive. As a reward for your help, I'll allow you to open one of the treasure chests behind me and take whatever you find inside. Do let me know if you have time to help with another rehearsal, won't you? Goodness knows we could all do with the practice. You've been enormous help, lad. Thanks to you, I'll be able to face the big event without worrying about fluffing my lines. Hendrik, you're not getting out of this. You require my assistance, Astarion. I think this is a choice you must make yourself. Did I hear you do you wish for me to be the bride? What? I don't know what to say. As your sworn shield and protector, I can't help feel this might complicate matters. Are you certain this is what you wish? Very well. You appear to be serious, and I have a duty to take you on your word. I shall consider your proposal carefully. I never feel compelled to mention that marriage is a sacred bond, one that is not to be made in haste. Perhaps you ought to become better acquainted before. Oh, it's but a rehearsal? Well, that changes things entirely. I thought you meant for on with the ceremony. Poor Hendrik. I used to be a run-of-the-mill country bumpkin, but then crap happened. I suppose you want some advice, do you? Well, first things first, that hairstyle's gotta go. It's about a century out of date. Tania wants you to look for something that could reveal the true identity of the person she believes is pretending to be your brother. Well, that's great. Thank you so much. I knew you were a helpful sort, just like my brother. My real brother, that is. Now, I think the best way to get the truth is to make a few discreet inquiries. If you ask around at Patty's party planning place, That's the big end. Someone's bound to know something. Won't take you long to unearth a few clues, I'm sure of it. Then we can find out why this creep's pretending to be my brother. Oh no, yeah, you're definitely on the mark on that. You over there, the tough-looking lad with the hair. Will you lend me an ear and listen to my sorry tale? Sure, you'll never believe what's happened to our precious rainbow rocks. No use, I can't begin to describe the horror. You're gonna have to see with your own eyes. All I know is that mine's banjaxed entirely. Please, I'm begging you, go and knock 7 shades of some of whatever devil's done all this to get my beloved mind back to normal. Thanks a million. Like I said, reckon there's some awful creature or other down in the depths that's behind all this bother. Give him a walloping and you'll set everything right sure as can be. Not exactly sure the details, you understand, happen all so sudden-like. It'd be best to go see what's occurring with your own eyes. What's that you say? Join you? Are you I'll stay here and pray for you. It's doing the world a good. Best of luck now! Coward. Fine, as the luminary of legend, I will go take care of your trifling matter. And ransack the mine. Oh no, not the giant meatballs! That died in 3 seconds. More meatballs! Delicious red meatballs. And now we've got very, very expired meatballs. So many meatballs. These are the golden raisins of meatballs. Now we're back to the expired meatballs. So many meatballs. This is turning into Dr. Mario with these colors. No, that's Tetris. I played too much Tetris. The Gauntlet of Meatballs. Gonna carefully sneak around the meatballs. Or... yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some unavoidable enemy encounters here. So many meatballs! Getting so many files while we're at it, too. Five meatballs wish to pummel you. Will you let them? No, sir. You turd. So many meatballs. Okay, we're almost there. Still gotta get through another gauntlet of meatballs. Feel that? Sure, there's some rare old power coursing through my veins. Impressed a feckless looking sort such as yourself made it this far. A Mav, the warrior queen. Have you seen my lovely rock bombs? They're a sight prettier than them stupid rainbow rocks. I tell you, they're useless things, so they were sure they didn't even explode. There'll be an almighty explosion soon enough. This place is going sky high any second. Mine and everyone in it. It'll be beautiful, and I won't let you stand in my way. Want to bet? It just insta-kills him. I know it's supposed to be an easier thing, but... wow. Seems that defeating Mav has caused the rock bombs to turn back into rainbow rocks. Probably be a good idea to let the man at the entrance to the mine know what's happened. Sure, my head's split. What did I do? What was I thinking? You wanting to know my name, I suppose? Well, I'm Mav. Can't for the life of me tell you why I was acting like that, but I know you saved me from myself, so you did. The other day I was in the mine checking all was in order when I came across a monster the like of which I'd never seen. And you know what whispered in my ear? I mean, it might as well have pulled a Mortigan, let's be honest. It asked me what, or excuse me, a Calasmos, rather. It asked me what I was doing, wasting my time trying to protect people. Told me that deep down I didn't want to help folks at all. That I wanted to destroy things. Said I should embrace that side of myself. After that, well, I don't remember a whole lot. Must have cast some kind of spell on me and turned me into that thing. I wanted to destroy everything all of a sudden. I even set around trying to ruin the miners' livelihoods by turning the rainbow rocks into monsters. Did you hear the like of it? It's been like a bad dream. But now thanks to yourself, I've woken from the nightmare. I'm a human once more. Thank goodness it's no fun thinking you're a monster, believe me. I'm eternally grateful to you, so I am. Thanks for stopping me and helping me remember my true self. And thus, the true nature of the meatballs has been revealed. That's why they were so salty. It all makes sense now. There you are, you made it back in one piece, and it looks like you taught whatever devil was doing this the error of its ways. Well, whatever you did, it seems to have worked. That awful bomb thing that changed back into rainbow rocks. You saved the day, so you did. Here, take this, you've earned it. This is the only place in the world you'll find green gems. No matter what ailing you, the little beauties will have you fixed up in no time flat. Mining is our bread and butter, you know. When these rock bombs. When did this turn into Mario? When these rock bombs appeared, I was sure it was curtains for all of us. Thanks a million. We'll never forget what you did for us. Sure, you're a hero, so you are. Now, mind how you go. And if you tell anyone I'm a coward, you're done for. I'm gonna hit you like that shopkeep in Link's Awakening. That's a spicy meatball. So, how was it? There were a lot of sentient meatballs. It was weird. What's that you say? You're looking for a prince? I know who it is you seek, but I'm afraid you're out of luck. He set out on a journey and will not be back for quite some time, I fear. Greetings, my name is Rombaro, and I'm the leader of the Romer clan. On behalf of all my people, I bid you welcome. In the normal run of things, we would eat, drink, and make merry to celebrate the appearance of guests in our midst. However, I'm sorry to say you have chosen an inopportune moment to appear. The sad truth is that young Lala, who dances for us at our rites and festivities, was attacked by a monster and has been struck down by a terrible and mysterious malady. We've done all we can to cure her, herbal remedies, prayers, ritual dances, but nothing has worked and she continues to suffer terribly. As a last resort, Lala's husband Kiefer set out in search of a rare gem that's said to have the power to cure all ailments. However, he's not returned. We were expecting him to be home by now, and I confess to be a little concerned. The lad's a brave warrior, can hold his own against any foe, but could some misfortune perhaps have befallen him? Please understand that I do not make a habit out of asking strangers for assistance, but it seems to me that Providence has brought you to us. I ask you to humbly help us in our hour of need. Will you search for Kiefer and aid him in his quest to find the precious healing gem? Marvelous, thank you, kind stranger, thank you. Now, Kiefer said he was heading to the mine where the precious gems are found. The gems are known as rainbow rocks. I swear we come across more meatballs. As that melodious name might suggest, they come in a range of colors, but Kiefer was very specific about the hue he wanted, green. All we can do now is pray you succeed. On behalf of my people, I beseech you. Find Kiefer, get that green gem, and save Lala's life. Time to find the elusive green meatball. Yay, block puzzles. Can anyone help me? I'm a bit of trouble here. I need help getting out. They're the frozen meatballs dormant in time. Sad that they will never be consumed by a human mouth. Or any mouth, for that matter. I was gonna be like, very much so, take two. Gosh darn it, why is the evac spell right next to Holy Protection? Two spells I've never used in the main game, but I'm using it in this thing. One. But I just like how there was actually, you didn't even have to go all the way around, you could just go that way. Thanks, I owe you one. I've been to this mine before, so I thought it'd be a doodle getting through it, but ended up in a bit of a jam. I was just taking a closer look at Rainbow Rocks, and I tried giving him one of a shove. Must have triggered something, because before I knew it, I was trapped. I'm just glad you came along when you did. What are you doing all the way here anyway? What's that? Rombaro asked you to come and search for someone named Kiefer. Well, you found your man. I'm him. Supposed to have been gone for a while. Everyone must be worried. Well, I appreciate you coming and looking for me. Everything's worked out too. I found what I was looking for. The green gem here will fix Lala up in no time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I can't keep my wife waiting a second longer. You're not going anywhere! Where did you come from? Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I got place to be, so if you wouldn't mind budging your big backside. Big back? Did no one teach you manners, boy? I am obstructious. My master ordered me to block and to impede all who dare come here. Yet now you attempt to turn the tables to prevent me from discharging my duties? This is unforgivable. Enough is enough. You're supremely annoying. You must pay the price. That's just what I need. I'll be more than happy to take out this big lunk, but I'm afraid I'm a bit lacking in the weaponry department right now. You're pathetic. Perhaps your companions will offer more of a challenge. Well, you heard the man. Sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to leave this one to you. Good luck and all that. Time to kill the statue. And dead. And Hendrik leveled up. And so did Serena. Defeating Obstructicus appears to have restored the rainbow rocks to their original color. You're tougher than you look, I'm impressed. In fact, you remind me of an old friend of mine. This isn't the time for a trip down memory lane. I have to get back to Lala right now. Oh, you won. You really got me out of a jam. Heading back to Romer and Camden, and I'm sure they'll find a nice reward for you. Go back to the Romer camp and tell Rumbaro that you rescued Kiefer. We're forever indebted to you, your most honorable Gaho. Thanks to you, Keeper made it back with the green gem he sought. That gem's powerful indeed. No sooner did he bring it to Lala that she left from her sick bed brimming with energy. On behalf of all roamers, I'd like to thank you for what you've done. Please accept this humble offering. Now, there's one more thing. Curious though it relates, it seems that there's some kind of inscription on the green gem that Keeper brought back. Afraid I don't have the faintest clue what it means, but I wanted to share it with you. Keeper king on this gem. Had to make that joke at least once. Romer encampment. Night. Welcome, you've come just in time for my big performance. Can't get a note out of these Torbans, you see, but we'd have to take another approach. Fingers crossed my dulcet tones will please the Almighty. Ah, good to see you again. As guardian of the tribe, I wish I could say all was well, but the truth is we're in a bit of a pickle. Just when things are finally going well, this had to happen. I mean, I don't want to get carried away, but sometimes I feel like we're getting jinxed. Anyway, out with it. You got something to ask me, haven't you? Said if I had any visitors recently. Well, there was this laid-back sort of fellow who asked me if I was a prince. Told him he was right about me being royalty and that I was the Prince of Astard. He wandered off looking very disappointed. It's strange, I've been pretty careful about keeping the past to myself, so how come he knew I was a prince? That, where did he go next? He said something about searching for the princess first, whatever that means. Lala wants you to help her fix up the Torben of Truth. Thank you. You're truly the savior of our people. Now let me tell you how the strings of the Torben of Truth may be replaced. There's a very rare item known as the Golden Mane. If you could acquire one, it might be able to repair the Torben of Truth. According to the ancient stories of our people, it can be attained from the great hounds who guard a tower where flying horses dwell. I know this may sound like nonsense, but if you ever do come across such a place, please do your best to bring us the item we need. We'll be eternally grateful. Wah! Calm down, there's a good kitty. This is a catastrophe. I don't mean to be a scaredy cat, but you gotta help me, please. No, but look at its claws. Thank you, if you just get it to shoe, I'll be eternally grateful. Less like shoe and more like pummel it. The great saber cat slinks off. Oh, you big time. I was within a whisker of getting mauled there. It seems to be catnip for that thing. Lately keeps coming around and growling at me. I'm terrified that one day he's gonna pounce. Normally I can get any cat purring in no time, but he's completely feral. He got the other kitties terrified. If someone doesn't do something soon, I'm worried they'll all run away. So enough pussyfooting around. You look like you know a thing or two. I was wondering if you might be able to bring me something that might help tame the savage beast. What do you say? Thank you, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Now, I don't believe I've introduced myself properly. My name's Tom. I'm Tom. I serve Master Felix, the owner of the house. So you can probably guess I have a real fondness for felines of all descriptions, and when the cat hasn't got my tongue, I talk their language. When that wild cat slinked off, he muttered something under his name. Under his breath. Bianca, was it? Anyways, maybe that might help you in your quest for that thing that will tame him. Mysterious voice can be heard, though it's unclear where it's coming from. Call me Ishmari. I come from a land of the moon shadow. I sense that destiny has guided you that you might hear my tale. I have a problem, you see. A number of visitors to my world are trapped there, unable to return to their own. This world and the world I call home are connected by the moon shadow window, a portal that only opens in the light of the moon, with some wicked souls preventing the night from falling. The sun's been high in the sky for as long as I can remember. Please, will you aid me in bringing this unending day to a close? Thank you, child of man. I've discerned that whatever foul force is preventing night from falling has hidden itself away somewhere within Schroden Castle. Know that the spirit of the moon shall protect you. I wish you luck. Thanks, Saluna. In the name of the moon, I will punish you. Look, no pants! Where did you appear from? How dare you startle the mighty Dale like that? As long as it's daylight, the world's mine. My master taught me the most marvelous spell for turning night to day, and I intend to keep using it. As soon as evening comes, I cast Tick-Tock, and it's broad daylight again. As long as I keep doing that, I'll be the ruler while I survey. And I think it's high time the truth dawned on you. You're no match for the mighty Dale. Nighty-night. Oh, how the world was mine, and now the sun sets on my mighty empire. Maybe now I can finally get some rest. Thank you, human. You brought night back to the world at last. Finally, the castle library will be bathed in the light of the moon, and the moon shadow window shall appear once more. Those who are trapped in my world can finally return to their home, a place where they have much to do, and it's all thanks to you. For now, your work here is done, but one day I fear that that fiend who sent his minion here will make himself known to you. Take care of yourselves and know the moon shall watch over you. Extraordinary, for a mortal to reach this place is no mean feat. Clearly there's more to you than meets the eye. You can see me for one thing. Strange things are afoot, it seems, but perhaps you're here to offer succor in these troubled times. Your brother Aquila would seem to be in need of some assistance. Forgive me, you clearly have business of some kind. Defuddle drops? Why, of course I know of them, and how remarkably helpful they are. Monsters are, after all, wont to battle and disorient those who face them in battle. We Celestrians always carry them when we're abroad, that we might aid those inflicted in the manner. Starin explains what's been going on in Elahan. So you journeyed here in search of a cure? But your description of the Simpson does indeed seem that the fuddle drops might be the answer. Please take this. Should be more than enough to cure the people of the town you speak of. Curious, most curious. How could a frig just vanish like that? This is most vexing. Oh, forgive my surprise. We don't see many mortals here. Hello, Krillin. And mortals shall not see us at all. We Celestrians are invisible to humankind. Is this a dream? No matter, it is what it is. What business do you have here, child of man? You wish to aid me in my plight? You mock me, of course. Nevertheless, I suppose I have nothing to lose in telling you. I managed to misplace one of the sacred golden fruits known as figs. Upon focusing my mind on its whereabouts, the mysterious words come to me. Ruby Path of Doom. Paltry clue, I'm more than aware, but if you truly wish to aid me, perhaps you might investigate its meaning and seek out the fruit. I'll reward your John, generously, of course. How wonderful, you did it, you really did it. Well, there's no time to lose. I need to find out if everyone is opposing my marriage, if they were just cursed. Everything was going so well, then you had to go and interfere, didn't you? If you use these drops, you'll undo the curse I wrought so lovingly. Tried to play nice to get the townspeople to say a few nasty things so you call off the wedding, so you have to get over it, but now the gloves are off. I don't care if I have to slaughter every last person here. I will not permit this wedding to take place. Never! Well, that was quick. But if this woman weds Ortega, then the hero will be born. I could not allow that to happen. All I did was Can what the awful creature said be really true? It went all to that trouble to stop me getting married? Gosh, this is awful. All those poor people really were cursed. I have to use his defuddle drops right away. The woman sprinkles defuddle drops on all the cursed townspeople and brings them back to their senses. What's that? A monster put a curse on us. That explains why we all suddenly had such strong opinions about Ortega's wedding. Makes sense. I mean, there's no finer man alive than Ortega, and we were all thrilled about the wedding. Could have only been a monster's curse. What a relief. I thought everyone hated my boy. Now we can have the wedding of a century. Thank you for what you did. If it wasn't for you, Ortega and I might not have been run out of town or worse. Here's a little something by way of thanks. You know, there's something that monster said which has been really bothering me. He said if we got married, the hero would be born. Which means the monster just friended by Ortega, but of any children we might have too. I'm gonna protect my family, I'll need to toughen up. Come from a village named Tenton. It's a place situated in a remote island where we've been free to live our lives in peace until now. Then everything changed. One day, without the slightest warning, a horde of monsters descended upon the village and burned it to the ground. Lost our lives in the carnage along with many of our kith and kin. As they were wrenched from our bodies, our spirits heard a voice from above. It told us we had a destiny to fulfill and we were to be reborn as members of one of the 5 tribes. The same voice led us here, and then suddenly it was gone. Said that a fiend appeared and announced himself as the revivalist. Told us that he would not permit us to be reborn from one of the 5 tribes, but that we must instead take the form of monsters. As you might imagine, this was none too tempting an offer. Thus we find ourselves stuck. To rid the room of the monsters who occupy it, the revivalist must be hunted down and defeated. But our current form, this feat's beyond us. Please, will you come to our aid? Thank you so much. Now, so the whereabouts of the fiend before vanishing, he declared he was determined to find an instrument called the Lyre of Ire. As to his appearance, he takes the form of an old man. Should you find such a figure acting suspiciously on the trail of the lyre, the chances are that you found your man. All we can do is wish you the very best of luck. Please, we beg of you, find him and defeat him. Only then we'll be able to be reborn and fulfill our destiny. Due to your heroic victory over Monster, I can now go fetch Feverfew Seed. Thank you, friend. My intention is to employ Seed's power to cure illness of Curel. Hope a success. Okay, he cannot continue adventures while he is unwell. You asked, did I see a boy who was Prince of Connacht? I indeed did. This boy recently came to me in search for royal relative. He informed me that he is prince of this place, Connacht, and inquire I'm from Moonbrook. He appeared maximally disappointed when I answer in negative. Then he make implication he will venture towards Wheelbrook to continue investigations. Upon pronouncing this, he immediately vanished like a specter. I didn't even attain an opportunity to say farewell. Alright, so yeah, obviously there's a couple of passwords that we haven't found yet. In order to do this next side quest, I gotta go unlock another area, which involves going back to the Cryptic Crypt. You clocked me, haven't you? Please don't eat me. I don't taste very good. Just act like you never saw me. Wait a second, you're the luminary, aren't you? Oh, praise the one who controls the clocks. What am I waiting for? The password I found is... Nice. Darn it.
We have carried the day.
Wow, jeez. Nice. Boy, do I know it from other RPGs. Everyone sideways! The moment Pancras came back to the village, everyone got struck down with this horrible cold. What in the world is coming to? Good to know there's some good people out in the world. Now, I would love to be able to tell you where the medicine is, but unfortunately I have no idea. All I know is when I fell ill, I heard a strange voice. Said to me, the Syndicate, the Quester's Rest. They have the medicine you need. Maybe it's a voice from heaven, or maybe a dream. Maybe it's nothing, but it's the only clue I have to offer you. So it's what I suggest. Find the Quester's Rest and look for the medicine, please. Oh, okay, gotcha. Time waits for no man, but we have a plan. It may require a caravan. Well, if it isn't a luminary, just indulging in a spot of singing helps lift the spirits, you know. Allow me to pass on the password I found. Yeah, as they pretty much do in the post-game of this game, like, pretty much doing all the side quests that are left of these creatures called Tockles, which control the flow of time. It's pretty much just an Easter egg to the first 10 games in the series, is basically what it is. Of course, I have never done this particular part of the game, so that's why I'm, like, religiously looking up the guides for these things, because I'm like, yeah, because some of them involve going to different, I guess, different games to get some of the items, and then also I missed some of the passwords in order to access some of these locations, so I'm like, yep, I am using the internet. definitely one of those, how would you know where some of this stuff is without playing the game at least once or using a guide? Alright. Some bunged-up villagers have asked you to track down the strongest cold medicine on the market. Well, you come to the right place. I guarantee you can always answer our customers' needs, whatever they might be. Let me mix you up a bespoke concoction that will send all known germs running for their lives. Ah, but to do that, I'm afraid I shall need a rather special ingredients and drops of Yggdrasil dew. I'm unable to leave the shop, sadly, but if you'd be kind enough to bring me some, I can whip you up that remedy right away. Thank you very much. With this miraculously liquid to help me, I can whip up a remarkable remedy at no time flat. Well, not no time, obviously. I'll need a little bit. Should have it ready for you by the next time you pay me a visit. Thank you very much. With this miraculously liquid to help me, I can whip up a remarkable remedy. Hey, I know we just met, but I feel like I can trust you. I was wondering if you'd mind me bending your ear about something that's been on my mind. Step to the side of the counter, will you? Erin over there's been my friend since forever. She's got innkeeping in her blood, a total natural. For some reason, she's lost her belief in herself. The kid wanted Innie for Pete's sake. She's a boss. She just needs to remember that. Anyway, I've been mulling it over, and I think motivational literature might be the answer. The book I have in mind is about being a king. They say it can bring on the swaggering, self-assured ruler in anyone. I want you to find that book and bring it here so I give it to Erin. Will you do that for me? That's great. I knew the second I saw you were the one for the job. Now, as to where you find it, my gut feeling is I need to look for somewhere they really take the whole knightly chivalric thing seriously. There's nowhere like that around here, but maybe if it's back where you come from, find a suitable castle, rifle through the bookshelves, and see what you can find. Okay, so the book doesn't show up until you accept the quest. Got it. Pleased to announce I finished mixing up the world-beatingly powerful cold medicine you were after. I'm afraid the process proved rather costly, though. 2,500 gold should cover it. Does that sound alright? Thank you very much for your custom. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. You got your hands on a cold remedy. Head back to Wheelbrook and give Sancho the good news. Hola, senor, did you bring me the special cold medicine I asked you for? Here it is. If everyone takes a small sip of this, their colds will surely be cured. Thank you, sir. Take this. It's not much, but it's my way of saying thank you. You know, it's a surprise for me to learn the Quester's Rest really exists. I thought it might only have been a dream. But now it's no time for such things. I must concentrate on making a full recovery. Sancho gives everyone in the village a dose of cold medicine. The villagers are soon feeling much better and are strolling around with a spring in their step. Oh, it's you, Sancho. Tell me you were the one who fetched that cold medicine for us. We owe you a great deal. Thank you. Really was the strangest thing. The moment I got to Wheelbrook, I caught the worst cold of my life. was barely able to move. Thought some monster might have cursed me. Still, I'm feeling better now, thankfully. We all are, thanks to you. You're the hero of the hour. Now there's something you wanted to ask me? What's that? Was the boy of Prince of Cannock paid a visit to the village? Why, yes, he was not here long ago. He asked me if he was related to the King of Middenhall. Well, I told him that I had royal blood and my family hailed from Gotha, not Middenhall. He seemed terribly disappointed to hear that, I must say. Anyway, shuffled off afterwards, mumbling something about Neverglade. That's the last I saw of him. I wonder what his story was. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen one look so young and despondent. Well met, stranger. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the Prince of Cannock. Might I be so bold to surmise that thou art none other than whom I seek, the Prince of Middenhall? Ah, there's something noble indeed in thy bearing. Royal blood floweth in thy veins, and that can be no doubt. Thou art he, I am certain of it. Do mine ears deceive me? Thou art a prince, but not of the kingdom of Middenhall. Thou hails from a realm named Dundrasil. Then it can be there's another false dawn. I'm no closer to succeeding in my quest to join forces with my royal peers. How far have I come? I can scarce recall. I've journeyed hither and yon on what has thus been an utterly fruitless quest guided by eerie, disembodied voice. I think they would lead me here to this wretched, never-ending forest. Perhaps I'm no adventurer after all. Better I never left the safety of the castle. The mark in Astarion's hand is glowing. Use the power of the luminary to return the Prince of Cannock to his world. This light, what devilry is this? The prince is bathed in a blinding light and transported back to Cannock Castle. Now that his son's been returned safely to him, this might be a good time to go back and speak to the king. Oh, the Wanderer returneth. Verily thou art a hero indeed. Thou hast delivered my son from danger and returned him unto me. I'll never forget what thou hast done for my kingdom. In honor of thy noble deed, pray accept this small token. Treasure that has graced the castle vault for countless generations. 'Tis true my son at times take a somewhat lackadaisical approach to life, but nevertheless the blood of Erdrick, the mightiest of heroes, floweth still in his veins. If not he, then who else can he hope to vanquish the high priest Hargan? Aye, thou hast rendered a great service not merely unto my family, but this world entire. rewarded for solving all the issues afflicting at least 3 altars. Found the book Patty wanted Aaron to read. Head back to the Quester's Rest and hand it over. Great, you got it. To be a king? Yeah, it sounds like the one, alright. Now, Aaron, take a good look. Patty hands Aaron the book and she begins leafing through the pages. A true king shall never lose sight of who they really are no matter what happens. A true king takes responsibility for the well-being of his people. He must never forget he owes to others. If a king loses his pride, his subject will suffer, and a king who makes his subjects suffer is unworthy of his honored role. I see, so when a king loses his pride, it makes life hard for his subjects. Yeah, I can see that, just like when an innkeeper loses their pride, their guests suffer for it. It means I have been making my guests suffer terribly with all my moping. What kind of innkeeper am I? If I almost lost sight of the only thing that matters, my customers. Ooh, that book worked like a charm. Erin's got her old spark back. Everything's gonna be okay, and we owe it all to you. Here's a little something by way of thanks. Putting the smile back on someone's face might not seem like the greatest thing you've ever achieved, but trust me, Erin's smile is really something special. Makes everyone happy. Take it from me, when Erin's down in the dumps, so is everyone else. Knocked the wind out of all our sails. But now she's got her mojo back, we can breathe a sigh of relief. You're the best, thanks. rewarded for assembling all of Hendrik's most stylish duds. Yeah, so it definitely is a nice touch. I mean, it's definitely probably like my favorite overall looking outfit for Hendrik, but in terms of like story-wise, thematically, this is my favorite outfit for him. It's like it basically brings his whole character arc to a close, and Jasper's still with us in some sense. Even though I know it's not canon, my head canon is that Jasper just follows around Hendrik like a ghost and only he can hear him. And it lasts for the rest of the adventure. Occasionally, Hero hears something, but not frequently. Hendrik, what the hell's is wrong with you? Hendrik, did you say something? No, it's just Jasper again. Meanwhile, Jade's just, like, very concerned. Hendrik, it's okay, it wasn't your fault. Maybe sort of, but not that much. Alright, that's where I'll leave it for today, and then we'll continue up with the Tackle side quest next week. Alright, so thanks for tuning into the stream. I was able to get some more progress done on the Tackle side quest, and like I said, we'll continue that up next week. Then in terms of the schedule for the rest of the week, it's just going to be more Thousand Year Door later in the week. That's about it, so let's go find a raid target. Let's go raid No Limit. Alright, cool. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.